There's a famous quote from Fred Rogers. When he saw scary things on the news as a child, his mother told him, "Look for the helpers. You will always find people who are helping." An art exhibition adds a visual dimension to Mr. Rogers' advice, and the artwork is made by the helpers. Producer Mark Vitale has the story.
This exhibition is called Courage. I was looking for some type of creative display to commemorate the 2-year shutdown. And rather than focus on the shutdown itself, I wanted to more focus on the individuals who responded and helped.
The small but powerful exhibition comes from Anatomically Correct, a gallery that brings artwork to public spaces, in this case, a busy cultural center in Skokie. Works can be realistic, or conceptual, or documentary. This photograph was taken in Ukraine during the Russian hostilities of 2014. This digital work was made by a Skokie police officer who was a cadet in the Illinois Police Academy on September 11, 2001.
It's called And They Rush Toward Terror. I decided to kind of, incorporate all first responders, paramedics, firefighters, and police. They rushed to it and they saved so many lives, and unfortunately for so many of the first responders, that was their final act of courage.
Other art pays tribute to frontline workers who died in the pandemic. Their portraits were painted by a retired physician who also memorialized the lives lost to COVID-19 at one convent in Michigan.
I painted for dedication of those people who are working tirelessly every day, wearing the personal protective equipment, long hours. We all experience a difficult time, but particularly for the healthcare workers in this time, they really sacrifice their life, and even they died.
Veterans also had a voice in creating the exhibit.
This first responders thing came about by someone saying, I've got a nephew who's a first responder and he's got to draw. And so we started a website for him, and this is what it's grown to. This is the first time I've seen some of the artists and their work, and it's interesting. I'm glad that we had an opportunity for this.
For many of the artists, their creativity is therapeutic.
Obviously, my job can get pretty stressful at times, but it's nice after I get home and kind of get settled in to just start drawing. It relaxes me a lot and kind of gets me to, kind of forget about everything else going on.
I didn't really consider that to be anything but something that I had to do. It was, in a sense, something that kept me reasonably stable about the experience and the situation.
After having 30 years of exhibits, oftentimes I have artists just drop off their work and say, "When do I pick it up?" kind of thing. Every single one of these artists wanted to stay and help me put this show together. It's in their blood. It's what they do. They're helpers.
For Chicago Tonight, this is Mark Vitale.
And the exhibition is called Courage. It's at the Devonshire Cultural Center in Skokie through April 3rd.